As what's up, welcome back to my channel, and this is it. Okay, so I'm pretty excited today because in this chapter I have to make a wise choice of who I'll be dating. So probably it will be Mason or probably it will be Okay, we get it now. Before homecoming, I hadn't watched a football game in years. Sure, I had cheered at every school football game since junior high. But being on the sidelines always at the ready to live in the mood, it's not as same as being at the game. So now, no longer a cheerleader, I sat in the bleachers, taking it all in. The smell of the grilled hot dogs from the concession stand, the couples laughing together in the cool air, the little sister sneaking out and testing the limits of their father's patience. How weird is it being normal again? Did dad say you could come to the game? I thought you had homework. He never said I couldn't. Besides, she pointed at the camera looped around her neck. It looked suspiciously like the one I had found in the attic. I'm here to do my photography assignment, which now that you are a free agent and all, I was hoping you could do for me. Seriously, would it kill you to do your own homework? What were you gonna do if I hadn't quit? It might. I could be deathly allergic. Better not risk it. No, Addy, I'm a free spirit. I go wherever the mind blows me, and right now it's sending me the under the bleachers to hang out with my friends. Okay, please, it's just a few pictures. Plus, it will give you an excuse to creep on on a certain quarterback. I watched Mason crouch in the middle of the huddle, planning the next play. He glanced up into the bleachers, and his eye met mine. After mom died, the thought of capturing a time without her in it had hurt, and I had refocused my efforts on cheerleading. But with pom poms squarely in my past, maybe it was time to find that passion again. Give me the camera before I change my mind. Yes, I owe you one. She showed the camera into my arms and disappeared into the crowd. I brought the viewfinder to my eye. A wave of calm crashed over me as I took in the field from behind my lens. Eastbridge hit the ball, and Mason dropped back to survey his options. The other team's defense rushed him, and he drew back his arm to make the throw as they closed in. Take a photo. Come on, Mason, you've got this. I followed his path with the camera, snapping shot after shot as he dodged his opponents and sent the ball flying downfield. Take that. And into the end zone. The shutter clicked just as the ball touched the receiver's gloves. What an amazing throw under pressure by Mason. And I didn't miss a frame. I took a few photos of Mason jogging toward the bench as the other team prepared to go on the offensive. The visitors hiked the ball and the quarterback turned to make the handoff when an Eastwood defender swooped in to intercept the pass. Another great shot. Max definitely getting an A on this. Mason stood to return on the field, but coach waved him off and signaled, "You won't regret this." So this is Noah's big moment. Through the lens, I saw Noah gesture at Mason. As his body language changed, I froze. They wouldn't go at it here, would they? Getting benched has to hurt, but we are in winning. I zoomed in for a closer look. Mason pointed to the field as Noah whipped out the playbook, and the two of them huddled over it together. It looks like the Eastbridge quarterbacks have something up their sleeves. Coach has called a timeout while they review the plays. Okay, I couldn't believe it. After all, the tension, the confrontations, the not so subtle warnings, they were working together. I snapped a picture of the two of them poring over the book, united against a common enemy. Then it was game on. Soon there was only a few seconds left on the clock. It's now or never now. I scanned the sea of jerseys for his number, spotting him just as he bolted past the line of scrimmage and made a beeline for the end of zone. Wait for it. Snap. My timing was perfect. I managed to capture him in mid air as he leapt over the other's team defense and scored. Yes. And that's the game. It looks like Eastbridge may have two elite quarterback prospects on this team this year. You can say that again. The crowd went to his clipboard. The only question is which one has the higher ceiling? He brushed by me, and I shook off his commentary before rushing down to the field to find Mason and No. Great game, guys. That last play was incredible. As much as I had to say it, taking home this win was definitely a joint effort. Mason extended his hand to Noah, who accepted the gesture and shook it. Just as long as you know it. I could hardly believe it. Maybe their feud was finally over. I got a shower and get changed, but you should come find me later, Addy. I got something special planned. Oh god. My eyes flashed to Mason, who tensed at the private invitation but didn't say a word. Right. Nod jogged off, leaving Mason and me alone in the awkward silence. He cleared his throat. Addy, I was hoping we could hang out too. There's something I want to ask. Probably this time. A knot grew in the pit of the stomach. This was not happening. Mason must have seen the worry on my face because he shot me a smile as he started for the locker room. Relax, Noah and I are big boys. You make your choice and we'll learn to deal. As he walked off, my head spun. With homecoming just a day away, it was obvious they both wanted to ask me to the dance. What wasn't obvious was who I wanted to pick. Who's my homecoming date? Na na na. Okay, so this is the choice I have to make. Now or never. No or Mason. No or Mason. Mason or no. No or Mason. Mason or no. Okay, what to do, what to do, what to do. I'm pretty confused here because I have not decided yet. As the stands cleared and the fans packed up to head home, I made my way to the parking lot to wait for my guy. Let's see. Mason stood near his car, chatting with a few teammates while Noah leaned against his bike alone. Noah watched, stone faced, as I joined Mason and the guys. Oh shoot. I didn't wanted to bother him. But Mason smiled, waving his teammates goodbye as I approached. Hey, we traded glances shyly. We had done this thousands of times before, but now the air felt charged with possibility. Mason licked his lips, and I imagined my tongue sliding across them instead. This is a pretty big moment, so I had a surprise plan for us. Oh, really? Can I have a hint? Let's just say it will put the time I asked you in the nurse's office to shame. He reached into his back pocket and pulled out a hand drawn treasure map. Treasure map. We made these all time when we were kids. We are looking for buried treasure. Kind of. You have to come with me and see. Let's go. Put out all the stops. That's sweet. But I'm freely ungrounded, freshly ungrounded, and Max already using me as a get out of jail proxy. I don't want her rock the boat by missing curfew too. Knowing the good doctor, that's probably a smart choice, so I don't want to keep you. Mason spilled his hand in mine, placing the fingers together. But I was just wondering if you might want to go with the homecoming with me. This was it. Formal recognition that all of it wasn't some elaborate daydream. I liked him. He liked me. And finally, we were about to take this next step in exploring those feelings. So, for once, I shut my brain off and let my heart do the. I'll bring chapter 35 soon. Thanks. Bye bye.